Well, the subject of the week is the destruction of society and killing cultures. And I'm going to take a step back here and kind of wrap this up by talking about a landmark study that was performed by a scientist named John Calhoun between in essence, the middle 50s, but really starting in 1958 until about 73. And what happened was that he was driven by a need to understand what happens when you take away survival needs, when you have a utopia where you don't, the individuals don't have to worry about more food, more water, nothing. They've got everything they need. What happens? I'm not going to take you through this whole conversation. You can look up Universe 25. There's lots on it, and it's something called behavioral sink. But the idea of behavioral sink is that the society got to a point where it destroyed itself. The males stopped being masculine. They disengaged from any kind of masculine behavior. They sat around, groomed themselves all day long, and they ate and they slept. Many of them only started coming out when other mice weren't around. They quit mating. They ceased all courtship behavior. They even quit fighting with the other males. They just sat there and blubbed out. The females quit reproducing. They just stopped having babies. And if they did have babies during these periods of time, they killed them. How similar is this to our society today? You have these perversions. But as I've demonstrated and as I've explained, in our society, those perversions are protected. We've enacted laws to preserve them and even to encourage them to reproduce. This isn't good, because what we saw in Experiment 25 is that ultimately the society will turn on itself. And this has happened over and over again in human history to some degree or another, probably influenced by other aspects of the environment or different things. But you can't get away from the fact that these cultures they were so successful that eventually, for some reason, it baked into our DNA, they turned on themselves and they just disappeared. Some of them they can't even find any body remains. They've been searching through these ruins and they can't even find any evidence of people other than buildings themselves, pottery and things. There's no burial areas. Who knows what happened to them? Maybe they ate themselves. I don't know. But this is what we face if we can't figure out this solution.